Sometimes in life, you have to agree with another person, even when at that moment you do not feel like doing so. Not because you are weak and not because you have lost your voice, but because in that moment your approval is not what truly matters. What matters is your decision. Agreement is not always about surrendering your will. Sometimes it is about understanding the value of respect you give to another human being. It reflects the depth of observation you carry for others, the emotional awareness you possess, and the maturity with which you approach situation. It does not always have to align with your likes or dislikes. It does not matter whether it benefits you immediately or not. There are moments when you simply agree, not by forcing yourself, not by suppressing your inner voice, but by allowing yourself to flow with what is coming towards you. You do not resist the direction of the movement. You accept it as it arrives. Acceptance is not an act of defeat. It is an act of clarity. When your thought do not create division and your action do not produce conflict, you reach a state where you are no longer trying to manipulate outcomes. You are not disappointed by expectation because expectation no longer dominates you. Consciousness, you stop fabricating ideas, stop decorating emotions, stop creating cosmetic layers around reality. You stand with originality even if it makes you uncomfortable. You do not overthink relationships, outcomes, attachments. You simply allow things to be. There comes a phase when bias fades away. You no longer search for favorable angles or alternative choices. You do not feel the need to compare or calculate. Everything starts to feel simple. Not because life has become easy, but because your perspective has changed. There is no sugarcoating, no exaggeration, no distortion. Things appear as they truly are, and in that clarity, authenticity becomes the only thing that matters to you. You begin to care deeply about preserving originality of a thought, a voice, an idea, a dream. You want it to remain untouched, unfiltered, and raw. You want to keep it exactly the way it was born. Because once originality is altered too much, it loses its essence. And essence once lost can never be recovered. There are moments when you find yourself walking alone on a long road in a dark night with no one around, just a small light guiding the path ahead. You are alone but not lonely. You are surrounded by thoughts, ideas, questions, and reflection. You are engaged in a silent dialogue with yourself. And in that solitude, you realizes you do not need company at that moment. You feel complete within that space. You understand that nothing needs to be altered. The purity of the thoughts, the image, the skill, the craft, everything feels intact. You want to protect it. You begin to doubt whether the world is ready to receive it without reshaping it. You fear that someone may try to duplicate it, replicate it, or distort it. Not because you distrust people, but because you know how fragile originality can be when exposed without intention. So you choose to hide it, not out of fear, not because of insecurity, but because you believe in it does not need sweetness or validation. It looks completely in its original form. Yet you also realize that the moment it comes in contact with the external world, people may attempt to modify it, redefine it, or mold it into something else. And that alternation can damage its truth. This brings a critical question. Does hiding something forever truly protect it? The answer is no. Hiding does not preserve life. It only delays expressions. An idea does not grow in isolation forever. It matures when it enters focus, when it steps into light, when it finds direction, when originality is guided with awareness and courage. It does not get lost. It evolves without losing its core. Your responsibility is not to suffocate your skills, but to be joyful with it, to honor it, to let it breathe. When it becomes visible, you don't panic. You create a path, you give it a direction. It no longer remain locked in a dark room with just you and your thoughts. You step out of the prison of self-doubt. You surrender not to people but to authenticity itself. You can never know whether a decision is right or wrong at the moment of taking it. Only the outcome provides the clarity. But your responsibility is not to predict the outcome, but to take the step. When you overthink results before acting, you freeze. You stop moving forward and fear slowly it surrounds you. Fear disguises itself as preparation. It tells you that you are not ready yet. A small difficulty suddenly appears large. A minor obstacle feels overwhelming. You begin to desire a life of comfort where nothing challenges you, nothing disturbs you easy, nothing demands courage, but comfort does not build life. It only maintains stagnation. When you expect everything to be easy, instant and smooth, you unintentionally invite chaos. You avoid responsibility, you avoid struggle, and eventually problems multiply. Not because life is cruel, but because avoidance breeds complexity. Life demands patience, it demands skill, it demands resilience, but when you ask for a shortcut, when you prioritize appearance over substance, you begin to judge loud life by its cover instead of its content. You become more concerned about how things look than what they truly are. You start living accordingly to others' expectation rather than your own conviction. Your preference lose importance. Your individuality fades. Even your choices begins to reflect borrowed opinions. Slowly, you stop living your life. You start performing it. Life is meant to be lived accordingly to your inner alignment. Your belief reflected your action. Lavish living may be a dream for many, and simplicity may be desire for others. Neither is wrong. What matters is whether the choice is yours or imposed by social pressure. Most people admire the crown, but very few are willing to carry its weight. Quantity never defines life. Quality does. What you expect from life shapes you. Focus your vision and your planning. When money and material position becomes the primary measures of success, value begins to weaken. You may gain more, yet feel less fulfilled. Life shifts when priorities change. When success is measured only by material achievements, happiness becomes transactional. Relationships are evaluated by benefit. Purpose is replaced by profit, and gradually materialism blinds you. Money becomes the only lens. Everything else, family, friendship, integrity, get measured against it. And when values stands alone against money, they often lose their voice. That is the moment you must pause and reflect, because you may have many things yet miss the most important ones. True success is not accumulation, it is alignment with your values, with your truth, with your original self. Money can hide fear, it can cover insecurity, it can distract you. Unfulfilled dreams, but it can never replace meaning. Originality does not demand perfection, it demands honesty, and honesty demands courage.